everybody, welcome back to Uncle Don's Friday Night Cocktail Hour. This time again, Saturday night special edition. All right, so we're gonna kind of travel along the lines of nice drinks to maybe have in the fall. And while this isn't a hot drink, it's a drink that I think you're going to really like because it has a little bit of a fall theme to it. It's kind of a darkish kind of drink. It's kind of a mixture between like a Manhattan, sometimes a little bit of a Negroni. You know, you're going to see some ingredients here mixing together, but I think you're going to like it. We're going to call it a Cranberry and Rye. I've heard it called a Cranberry Manhattan, but a Cranberry and Rye I think is the simplest kind of name for this drink. Now, basically what it's going to be rye whiskey, and of course, you know, Bullet's the favorite rye whiskey in my house. We're going to use a little sweet vermouth, and then this time we're going to use Noilly Prat French sweet vermouth, really good vermouth, but you can use any sweet vermouth that you like. We're going to use some 100% cranberry juice. We're also going to use a little Angostura bitters, and we're going to use a little bit of orange bitters. And again, remember, bitters are kind of like seasoning for your cocktail. That just adds a little part of your flavor, a little depth of your flavor, and then a little bit of a simple syrup that we made last night. And then the garnish for this is going to be a really cool little lemon peel with a cranberry kind of in it. And here's a real quick video on how I did that. Now, wasn't that exciting? Okay, so I'm going to give a little shout out here to a friend of mine, Bobbie Ennis, who does this hair for me every few weeks and kind of keeps me less scraggly looking. And she's at Maximum Hair, my favorite place to go to get my hair cut here in Western Branch. So you ought to check them out sometime. All right, so let's get started. Let's make a great drink that you're going to like in the fall, and you might like it any time of year, but you'll like it in the fall, I think, particularly well. So, all right, so starting out with cocktail shaker, and we're going to put some ice in here, and whoops, there we go on the floor. Again, it's live, so you just kind of deal with those kinds of things. All right, so there you go. You got your cocktail shaker filled with ice. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add the rye whiskey, and I'm going to add 2 ounces of this favorite rye whiskey of mine. Hope you guys are having a nice time out there this weekend. Again, the weather's getting nicer. It's a little cooler out there, and just a great time of year, the virus notwithstanding. Next thing we're going to add is a 1/2 ounce of your red vermouth or sweet vermouth. There we go, a little sweet vermouth there. Then we're going to also add a 1/2 ounce of cranberry juice. And again, just shake that up a little bit because sometimes you can get a little sediment at the bottom. And again, 1/2 ounce of cranberry juice. There we go. Pour that in there. And then the next thing we're going to do, we're going to add a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup. Now, my mixing glass only goes up to down to a 1/2 ounce, so I'm just going to eyeball this, and I'm going to utilize my skills that I developed as a chemistry major in college. So there we go, 4 years of chemistry. There we go, helped me kind of mix up a nice 1/4 ounce of simple syrup. Now, next thing is our seasoning for our cocktail. We're going to do a dash each of orange bitters, and then we're going to do a dash of Angostura bitters. And let's check this out really good. Nice, nice. That's going to be great. Now, this is not a cocktail that you're going to shake. It's going to be a cocktail that we're going to stir. So we're going to stir this baby up right here. And even though I'm going to avoid doing my shake, shake, shake your booty cocktail hour video snippet, I am going to go back to my tried and true stirring video. So here we go.
That's just messed up. That's messed up.
All right, we've been stirring nice now here. This ought to be nice and cold and nicely mixed up. mixed together, and little sneak taste, and that does taste mighty good. Now, what are we going to mix this into? Well, we're going to use a chilled coupe glass. Chilled coupe glasses, these are great glasses. You can use anything. You can drink anything out of these, and it looks great. Martini looks good out of that. A Manhattan. Of course, champagne out of those, are really good. We've had those before in a champagne cocktail, previous video from a while back. Now we've stirred this all up. I'm going to pour it into our chilled coupe glass. Look at that. That is looking mighty awesome. I'm telling you what. All right. Cranberry and rye. And then we're going to take our little garnish of lemon, thinly sliced lemon peel. And again, it kind of helps being in the surgical world when you can wield a knife pretty nicely like that and get something that thin without cutting your finger off. And then we're just going to drop that in. And there we go. There is a cranberry and rye. I think it's going to be a drink you're going to really enjoy. And I'm going to take the first sip of it here, which I know is good. Oh, that is really good. You can definitely taste the rye in there. You get that flavor from the vermouth, and then there's the cranberry juice along with your seasoning with the orange bitters and Angostura bitters, and a little bit of sweetening from the simple syrup. Boy, that's a good drink on a nice chilly night. You guys enjoy. And again, thanks again, my friend Bobbie, who cuts my hair, who keeps this all looking fairly normal looking. You guys take care. You all have a nice Thanksgiving. I'm going to have another drink for you next week and get toward that magic number of 25. But you all have a nice Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you then. Cheers. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.